Hey there, this is Nathan. Today is Monday, March 10th. Already, man, this year is absolutely flying by. Flying. Kind of like the markets flying down to, well, we shall see. We shall see. This is NQ. Computer's being a little slow. We have a market that is now in bear market territory. Slowly getting to the daily chart here. My computer's being slow. I close some of this other stuff here. Okay, so this is NQ. This is what I'm looking at. Oh, incredibly slow right now. So NQ is down 550 points. The Dow is down 320 points. ES is down 100 points. Small cap Russell's down 36 points. Depending who you ask, that is no bueno. What I have on the chart here is a very simple technical analysis with a Fibonacci sequence and our 8-period moving average right here. So I took a fib and I set it here to the last major low, which is this 17,860 area. And I took that fib and I brought it all the way up to this all-time high around 22,456-ish. And I've been learning how to use Fibonacci, observing how price reacts to different Fibonacci levels. I learned from someone who I trust, who has been trading for 30 years. Very successful, very profitable. They said that it is always a good idea to put fib levels at major pivot points on higher time frames on your charts. And it's interesting, after hearing him say that and watch him do that, it's interesting to see how price actually reacts in these areas. Really interesting. So again, I put the fib here. This is the last major low. And then here, the all-time high. So after doing that, after doing that, when we zoom in, we can see how price actually reacts to these different levels. Now, look, this is just out of box Fibonacci trading view, right? And I can get more precise with this. So the low of this candle is 17,877 3/4. Okay, so we'll put it there. And now we can see where, after putting this fib on, right? Keep grabbing the Fibonacci. After putting that fib on, and when price reaches this high, how does price actually react? Well, look at this. This is the 0.382 retracement level. price came down here. Now, granted, this fib is up here, right? So, these days happen before these days, but still, it's interesting to see that price, and this is a major level, right? 20,800. So that has something to do with it too. Look, price is going to move for reasons I have no idea about, nor do I need to know. But for my purposes and how I'm learning how to use the Fibonacci, it's interesting to see that price came right back down here and tagged a fib level. And yeah, it's 20,800, so that's a major area too. But price tagged the Fibonacci there. Price got pretty close there. If we zoom in here, price was toying, I'll call it that, with this area here, for several days. Price came on this day here, the 21st of January. Price came down and tagged this fib almost perfectly and bounced out. Same thing on this day, the 29th, came down, tagged this fib almost perfectly and bounced out. Zoom into the more recent days. Price came down. Look at how this Fibonacci is acting as a resistance area on the 26th of February and the 27th of February. Here's our fib level. These 2 days, last week, the 4th of March and the 5th of March, this fib area acted as resistance again. Interesting. Look at this. I mean, this day actually got pretty close to this fib down here too. Price closed right in the area of this Fibonacci on the 6th. How about this? Price opened right in this Fibonacci area today. And now, where did we go? Where are we? We're at 19,645. Okay. Right around this fib area. So it's just observing, how price reacts to these Fibonacci's. It all goes back to having some type of roadmap that I can look at to help guide me in my day trading decisions. That is all. And no, it's not precise. I can get more precise. The high of this candle, 22,448 half. 22,448 half. $22,448.5. Okay. Now that's one fib sequence, and that's for the latest major swing low to swing high. We can get more granular too. We can take another fib and we go from the latest swing high to where we are now, the swing low. And we might see something similar in terms of how does price react to these levels. So the 7th of March, which was Friday, look, price came into this level and bounced out of it here. I mean, this is a cluster. There's 2 major levels here, but price came in and bounced lower. So these are acting as resistance. This fib here acting as resistance, right? So it's just all really interesting to me, and I'm learning how to use the Fibonacci's as part of my roadmap when I trade. The computer is slow. I hope this recording is going to come in clear. Okay. So in case you haven't noticed, I've got a 50K combine with TopStep here, but $50 away from passing it. And look, unless you've been too afraid to look recently, you know that the markets have been declining quite rapidly recently. Now, there is a lot of economic news this week, so I always look at that. The first piece of news being consumer inflation. Mortgage rates. CPI is on Wednesday. That is the absolute major news. But you know, any of this news can inject some nice volatility into the market. Wow. Computer is incredibly slow right now. So there's NQ. Let's look at ES. ES also, depending on who you ask, doesn't look great. Does not look great. Hourly. Ay, Chihuahua. Look at that. Let's look at the Dow. Hourly. Not as steep, not as steep as a slope as the S&Ps were and NASDAQ. You know, we might be forming some type of a bottom on the Dow here, potentially, kind of in this area. So that's interesting to note. Let's go back to NQ. So all of these products can be traded on TopStep. NQ is down almost 600 points now. Good times. Also, interesting to note what's happening here. Price right at this fib level. This fib level is acting as support. This is a 1-minute chart and price is not moving. These things are stuck, meaning the chart is stuck. Okay, no, this is not real time here. Hold on, let's refresh. Looks like we move lower than that area I just outlined. But okay, there we go. That's better. All right, we're back. So the NQ is down 600 points now. On my think or swim setup, I actually have a Fibonacci right around 575-ish, which is, Let's see, we're at 620s. So 570, like right around here on another chart setup that I have. But it's this whole area, right? So we got the fib. There's another sequence that I set up on another charting platform that I have where 575 is a area that I'm interested in for potential reversal, believe it or not. So what I was going to say is all these products here can be traded on TopStep. So what is doing really well? Well, ZW wheat. Wheat futures. Look at that. Wheat's moving up. I'm really working on looking at other markets, taking advantage of the price in other markets too, because the futures indices products, they move fast. They often move fast. I'm just one more gauge of the marketplace and price action that I need to be aware of. If prices are moving super fast, then maybe I don't want to engage, especially if I have a small account. I don't want to engage in super fast price action where in 20 seconds, you know, the market moves 100 points. So what I'm going to continue doing is look at other products and see what else is moving, what else has, you know, potentially cleaner price action. Okay, let's see what we got here. NQ is dumping 590s. So slow. Okay, so that was invalid. Oops. Okay. This is just slowly moving down. What's gold doing? Let's check out gold. Gold is pretty much flat on the day, trading sideways right now. Ooh, 948. Okay, so this could be a good place to lock in that $50 that I need. I think when this candle closes, I'll go long one. I want to see the candle close above this 8-period moving average though. Pretty strong close above the 8. But every time thus far that's happened, price has continued lower. Except this time we have this fib level, so I think that's quite interesting. Wow. Let's go into a bit of a higher time frame, 5 minutes. There's my entry. Okay. So that order was filled automatically. The my exit on that because I have automatic profit targets on TopStep trading combines. So this one just passed 53.40. So that, that trade exited automatically there. Just gonna lock this now.